podcast is brought to you by Loot Crate Anime. Loot Crate has teamed up with Crunchyroll to bring you amazing toys, apparel, and other cool collectibles from your favorite anime and manga. To subscribe, just go to lootcrate.com/AnimeAmerica and use the code AnimeAmerica to get $3 off your first subscription.
Hello everybody and welcome to Anime America. I think this is episode 6, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know because all of my fellow Anime Americans have abandoned me. Woohoo! Anyways, it's not just me. I invited a friend that I found on YouTube actually when I was digging around on the Anime America Twitterverse, and her name is Tara Braun, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, and she is a voice actress and an abridger. And so I wanted to invite her on the show and find out more about abridging and the crazy world of making fun of other people's anime. So welcome to the show, Tara.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Good, because it would suck if you weren't happy to be here. It'd be a terrible time. Alright, so I honestly have not looked up your abridged series yet. All I've seen is your YouTube page where you talk about what it's like voice acting. In fact, that's what totally got me to want to contact you on Twitter. You're talking about, hating your voice.
Yes, voice acting when you hate your voice.
So, what inspired that? I appreciated that you did that because there's so many people. I hate my voice. And I'm also I'm a wannabe actor. I've acted in a couple of things. There's some indie stuff, indie films, like a couple feature films and, some short films. And I would love to be a voice actor. But I hate my voice. And so I often try and do other voices, and I try to do any other voice other than my own voice. So when I saw that, it particularly hit me, and I wanted to ask you what inspired you to do that video.
Well, first of all, I think that your voice is just fine. You actually you remind me a little bit of another abridger, an acquaintance of mine who does Sword Art Online abridged.
Oh yeah.
So I think that if you ever wanted to, give being an actor a shot, I say like 110% go for it.
Oh, I'm there. Somebody wants to give me an opportunity, I'm there.
What inspired me to make that video was, I was listening back to when I record for the series that I do. The director and producer has me record the entire thing. It's live directed via Skype. And I was listening back to my recordings and I was just thinking, oh my god, do I actually sound like that? I sound so annoying. And I was thinking that I love what I do and that my voice hasn't really stopped me from doing what I want to do. And so why waste energy being so insecure about it? And I thought that maybe there might be other people who are wanting to be voice actors who feel the same way that I do. And I thought that maybe hearing it from someone else, that they're just fine as they are, might push them to pursue it and give them a little more confidence. And that's what I was trying to do.
You knew that somebody could identify with you.
Yeah.
But when you edit your own voice, you can hear every mistake you make, and I think it helps you become a better voice performer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's cool that you edit your own stuff. But tell me, what do you edit every show that you're on, or how did you get into editing?
Okay, I do some post-production on my audio, and it's sent to my friend. His YouTube handle is Shannen, and he will actually do the video editing, and sometimes I sit in on it and I watch it, and I've attempted to edit video myself, but that's just not my forte.
It's an abridged series that you're on. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I'm a writer and a voice actress on How to Be an Adventurer, which is an abridged series of Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I don't know if you've heard of it or watched that series.
Not yet, but I will.
I play the main character, Hestia, and in this series, it is basically harem anime multiplied by 100. It takes the absolute piss out of all harem anime tropes, and we try not to take ourselves too seriously. And it basically starts out that me and Shannen will be just talking to each other and writing down our ideas, and they eventually become a script. We send it out to the other actors, and he will then get in Skype calls with them individually to record their lines and direct them. All the lines are sent to him, and then it is put together with the video edited.
But before you send your audio to him, you edit it down? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I do a bit of post-production on my audio. I try and get rid of, like, if there's any puffs, because sometimes my pop filter doesn't get everything, in case there's any crackles or anything like that.
Do you have a USB microphone? What kind of microphone do you have?
I had the Blue Yeti for like 3 years, and I just recently got the Audio-Technica AT2035.
Oh yeah, I like that one. That's the one I want to get. You sound really good.
Thank you. I really like it. It's an upgrade to me. I highly recommend it. It's way better than the Blue Yeti that I had, and I'm definitely very satisfied with the quality of it.
So the abridged series you're doing, it was basically born from you were talking with your friend and you started making fun of the anime, and then y'all decided, well, hey, let's try and do our own show out of it.
Basically, I would talk to him about this show, and one day he's like, you know what, I'm going to abridge this. He's done a few abridged series in the past, and I was just like, well, okay, I mean, it's whatever you want to do. And he tells me, I want you to be the main character. And for the first couple episodes, he scripted it himself, and recently he made me the co-writer. And so it is entirely now just us watching the episodes that we're abridging. Awesome. And
so did you want to
making fun of it and writing it down.
I've heard part of your story. Can you tell me a little bit about your story, from when you saw your first anime to wanting to be in a voice actress, and then to just deciding. It seems like you just decided, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it myself. If no one's gonna hire me yet, I'm gonna show everyone that I can do it. How did that come to be?
Okay, I was in elementary school, and I was just starting to get into anime. I had an affinity for mermaids at the time, and so I was just Googling mermaids, and it led me to an anime called Mermaid Melody. And I really, really liked this Mermaid Melody anime. And I looked up to see if there was an English dub of it, but there wasn't. And so me, at 11 or 12 years old, I took the initiative to dub all of the voices myself.
Wow.
And I posted the first episode on YouTube. It was the absolute worst quality imaginable. But I was so proud of myself for putting that together, and it was really fun. I really liked doing the voice acting. And around that time, I discovered Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, this is hilarious. And it seems like, there are quite a few people. There's a community of people who are doing anime voices on the internet. This is fun. And so I started auditioning for fan dubs, and I ended up getting a few parts, but none of those ever lasted. And then I started auditioning for a bridge series, and through doing that, I made friends within the abridged community, and they started inviting me to do roles for them, and that led me to meeting my friend Yaro Shian, who I mainly work with now, and we have done quite a few series together. About 3 or 4 I've voiced in for him, a couple different characters.
Yeah, name a couple of them, would you?
He did an abridged of Rosario and Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Abridged plus Vampire is what it's called, and I took over the role of Kurumu from another actress for him.
Oh, okay.
Meikaku City Actors Abridged, I play the role of Mary. And also he did some shorts for Black Butler, in which I played CL.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to now I'm gonna have to watch all of them. So now it seems like on your YouTube channel you are an aspiring voice actress. Is that correct?
Yes.
So am I also correct in assuming that you're doing all this work? Kind of seems like you're doing an online resume basically by doing this.
Somewhat. I think that is fair to say. I have definitely taken advantage of the online format. It's easier to find roles that you want, and getting practice that way, learning technique, learning how to be more professional, I suppose, because there still is that sort of expectation. And yeah, it is fair to say that it's sort of an online resume. I've definitely honed my abilities over the time that I've spent abridging.
I like the idea of you're basically practicing, or you're getting to practice, and you can make all your mistakes while you're having fun doing the abridged series, and get yourself to a professional quality so that when you do get an opportunity, you're ready to take it.
Yeah. I've actually I've done a small quantity of paid work for a website called Voice Bunny because of the skills that I've been able to practice through abridging. And you'll find that many abridgers have like pretty high quality equipment because they're also wanting to pursue a more professional voice acting route.
Now, on one of your YouTube videos, you mentioned taking voice acting lessons. What would you recommend to fans that are listening who are thinking the same thing, that I want to be in anime or I want to do voices? What would you recommend? What would you tell them to help prepare them for getting to a level to where they could do professional work?
My voice lessons weren't actually voice acting specific. It was actually singing lessons, which really does help. So, if someone is listening to this who wants to pursue voice acting, I would say join in your community theater or join your local choir. Either of those things are either free or extremely cheap, and they will 100% give you some stepping stones to begin voice acting, because they will prepare you in how you enunciate with your voice, how to control your breathing, how to control your speech. It'll make you more confident in speaking and help you to use less filler words like or like.
I have a friend that, well, he's a mentor of mine that every once in a while I record him doing stuff. And I can't tell you, he's so unaware of all the little habits, like what I just did, like the smacking. I don't know why, but every time before I record him doing anything, he wants to eat something that makes him very gassy. So he'd be like, okay, so anyway, so he does all that, and so I end up having to spend so many hours cutting out all the and the it's like, just can you please listen to yourself one time so you can maybe not do that anymore? I mean, so getting any kind of lessons for your voice can help you in voice acting, I have to assume.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you, did you find any resources online? Did you do any research yourself, or did you just learn by doing?
I learned by doing at first, but I did also find some resources online. One great resource that I would recommend to people is iwanttobeavoiceactor.com. It is created by D. Bradley Baker, who is a voice actor who has left his mark on almost any mainstream cartoon you can think of, and he is fantastic. And on his website, he has resources for warm-ups, how to make a demo reel, how to begin breaking into the industry, and what you can expect when trying to break into the industry.
All right, so Tara, tell me, what you're an anime fan, I assume. Tell me what animes got you into anime. You already mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, but did Yu-Gi-Oh! Get you into Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, or how did that happen?
Well, I definitely, as a child, watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z. Like, all of those. I loved that. So I had a little bit of a taste of anime since I was really young. When I discovered Mermaid Melody, that was like the tipping point into actually searching for anime that was not yet mainstream in our neck of the woods. That led me to Shugo Chara, which is, to this day, probably the anime that's closest to my heart.
Oh, okay. Isn't that the one with the eggs?
Yes.
I forget what it is, but like you get superpowers based on what you wish you could be or something like that, and they come out in eggs.
They represent your would-be selves.
Oh, okay.
What you could be. And yeah, you can get powers and transform.
Oh, so you got your abridging voice actress power. That's what happened.
Yes.
You woke up one day and you magically pooped an egg, and you're like, "Oh, I get to be a voice actress."
That is exactly what happened. That is my story.
So what?
No, that'd be so cool though.
What kind of animes are you into today?
Well, I'm basically obsessed with ReZero right now.
I just started watching that.
This is one of those animes where you like get angry at the protagonist, but it is very good. It has a much better plot than I originally anticipated. I thought that it was going to be an SAO knockoff, and I was wrong.
That's Sword Art Online, right? Yes.
Yes.
SAO.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, Mob Psycho 100 is another good one that I'm watching right now. It's by the same person who created One Punch Man, so of course that's good.
Well, I'm there. This is the first I've heard of that, but I'm so gonna check that out now.
It's on Crunchyroll. It is amazing.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm doing all of all the things you're not supposed to do when you're recording audio.
It's okay. That's what post is for.
So Tara, how's life and stuff? I didn't prepare at all. Just just start talking and stuff.
You sound like Cartman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
That's okay.
Yes, I do sound like Cartman. Thank you. Yes, I do. I didn't want to. This show's about you, so I didn't want to pull out all my stupid voices that I do.
Oh, no. Please feel free. I think it's funny.
Usually I have to caffeine up, take some sugar, to shoot me in the head, and I'll come up and I'll be like, okay, let's record this bitch. But I usually have to do some kind of a warm up, and so my friend and I will just start, I don't know, making fun of each other or saying things that are real and honest, but are so brutally honest that they make us laugh. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but we have to warm up. We have to make each other laugh and get in the mood, and then we have a personality, and then we can record. Do you have to do any preparation like that, or are you just always happy and sunny and just hit record, I'm ready to go?
Oh, not always. I do essentially the same thing when I have to record. When I'm directed, usually it's me and the director bullshitting half of the time before I get a line out.
Because you can't just say it any old way. You have to, if the character is angry, you kind of have to get, if you're giggly, you have to get ungiggly. For some reason, if your character is supposed to be smiling and you're saying the line and you're not smiling, people can tell. I don't know what it's called technically, but if you're not smiling when your character's supposed to be smiling and you're recording the voiceover, you can audibly tell they're not. They're.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so weird.
You really can. It's legit. Facial expression, even though it's voice acting and no one sees your face, facial expression actually does have a huge impact on how a line ends up sounding.
Yeah. So then you do that as well. You have to facially emote?
Yes.
When you do voiceover?
Yeah.
Because if the character's smiling or they're excited, you have to be that. You can't just, I don't know, there's no other way that I know of.
I think of it as you fake it, you feel it. So if you put on an expression like you feel a certain way, then you can get into the character of feeling that way.
Very interesting. Thank you for dropping knowledge on us, Tara.
Anytime.
Just dropping knowledge bombs everywhere she goes.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I'm out of things to ask you about, but I want to make sure that you tell everybody all of your, How do you want everybody to find you and contact you? And where's all of your? Tell us about your Bridge series and YouTube channel and all that stuff.
All right. If any of your listeners are interested in seeing what I've done and what I do, my YouTube channel is AnimeVA.
How do you spell that?
IZANAMIVA. And it's the same for my Twitter, twitter.com/IZANAMIVA. And my Abridged series that I have the largest role in, as far as production and voiceover, is How to Be an Adventurer by Yaro Shan, which is an abridged series of Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Every time you say that, it makes me laugh. Maybe, yes, I think it is wrong. And that's on YouTube, right? Just go on YouTube?
Yes.
If I go on YouTube, can I type in Tara Braun, Braun, and find that as well? Or do I have to type in all the perverted cave stuff? Or
if you want
cave pervert.
Basically, cave pervert. I don't usually go by Tara Braun on YouTube,
okay.
But you would be able to find it if you searched in YouTube How to Be an Adventurer.
Oh, okay. How to Be a Cave Pervert. Izanami, I think, works too. I think that's another way.
Yes. Like from Persona 4.
Persona 4. Oh, okay, that's what that's from.
My YouTube page is just AnimeAmerica, and yeah, that's the channel name. I've changed it quite a few times, but that's what it currently is.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show and
thank you
informing us on how to be a voice actress or actor, I guess.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, I'm gonna end this thing before it's like 3 hours long, and then I don't know where to edit. And then it'll be like a 3-parter.